Hello people and welcome to yet another episode of Sandman's Tackle Time. Tonight we're going to talk about this little fella, Maggin the Pen Fathom 15. As we all know, the Pen Fathom, Fathoms 12 and 15 are probably one of the most popular palm-sized multipliers on the market at this present time. You can go up and down the country on all the promenades, piers and beaches, and I'm sure at some point you'll probably bump into one or two of these along your travels, no doubt about it. If you can recall, quite some time ago I magged the Fathom 15 LD lever drag version, the black and red one, and I got quite a good response off that one, but a lot of people did say, is there any chance of a video on the standard Pen Fathom 15? I never get around to it, but tonight we're going to do that. So before we hear on to magging it, we'll talk about the gear that you need, extra like bits and bobs like that. I've got an email that I would like to talk to you about. The top tip from Mike down there at UK Hooks is an absolute cracker this week. I mean, it really is. He's the top bloke, and he's done us a big favour here at Tackle Time. And I've got to admit it, I've got a big apology to go out to all of yous, and we'll hear on that first. Get that out the way. So I'll stop right there and I'll come back with the apology. Right then, so let's get this shite out the way straight away. The apology. As some of you can remember, on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, I promised you a video on cart and the cart mode. Here it is here, just to jog your memory a little bit. I'm not going to tell you any lies or bullshit around like that. The crack is, I had a little bit of an issue with YouTube. I had a little bit of an issue with BT. I'm not going to go into that, but that's another story. But the biggest issue of it all is it failed. It really did. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it was all singing and dancing, it was all tickety-boo. It wasn't. What happened is, we'd pressed recording the video up, we were filling the tubes up, it went with cart, it went absolutely brilliant. I put it into the freezer, paused the video, says we'll come back and I'll show you how to make cart for those that don't know. And we come back and I expected to maybe just put a piece of dowel in the end of there, and it would come out of there, and we could cut it into 3 in sections, and we could start putting in finger bandages, which is what I prefer on preparing cart. But it wasn't going that way. Unfortunately, the cart just wouldn't come out. I was sat here like a spare one at a win. I've got a piece of 21mm dowel, and I'm pushing that right the way into here, trying to get that to come out the other end. What was actually happening is that the cart was coming back out of that end, so it just wouldn't come out. I was absolutely sick as a puff with piles, to say it nicely. I mean, I really was. We put a lot of time and effort into that video. We shot it over 4 days, and it was a bit of a nice thing. We had the hat on and all the rest of it looked like Santa, and it was going to be a nice thing for Christmas, for you guys. And it went tits up, there's no doubt about it. So, I'm sorry. However, I'm not beat. I'll go back to the drawing board. What I'm going to propose to do is maybe knock this down to 4.5 inches rather than it being 9. And with a bit of luck, that'll rectify the problem. If it does, we'll come back, we'll re-roll the video, we'll start again, and I will get this cart video done for you extremely quick. You've got your word on that, extremely quick. So we'll go from there. Anyway, so that's the apology out the way. I'll come back and we'll hear on to the email. Right then, so the emails, I should say, not emails, got 2. Well, I've actually got a lot, but 2 I'm picking out of them. One, a lad called Brian from Aldershot. I'm sorry mate, I'm a Geordie, this is the way I speak. I know that you left a comment saying I wish you'd do a video in English. I'm sorry if you don't understand my accent, I cannot make the better of that mate, it is what it is, so please just persevere. That's that. Anyway, there's that one out the way. Peter from Redcar, I hear you mate. Fantastic question that you've put to the group. His question is, do you think that you bump off more fish using braid than what you do mono? Now what I presume that remains is, do you miss more fish due to there being no give in braid, there's no stretch? Do you bump more fish off for the same reason? I'll tell you a little tale. We were fishing on Seams North Pier about a week prior to Christmas. I had Dave, cameraman many a time on Tackle Time, to my left, and I had a good mate of mine, Archie, to the right of us. Dave had about 14 to 15 whiting out, all really good stamp as well, around £1.5. I mean, the spot was fantastic. And Archie to me left had around about 13 to 14. Hey Diddle Diddle, the one in the middle, had 7. Using the same bait, all the rest of it. But it must be said, I was the only one using braid that night. I was getting the bites the same as them. My tip was rattling all the time, all the time. I just seemed, I was just missing left, right and centre. I couldn't hook into nothing. It was very frustrating to say the least. So when you say, do you bump off more fish or miss more fish if you like using braid? My personal opinion, yes, I would say you do. That's that. Me personally, I think I'm going to go back to braid on the heavy stuff, because braid is just absolutely awesome if you're fishing heavy ground. You can bully your way out of trouble and get your gear back. And I'm certainly going to stick to keep using it on the rivers for more flatty bashing and stuff like that. I think it's absolutely brilliant on there. Feel everything that flatfish does, and the sport's fantastic. So and that's the way I'm going to go, and I'll use mono, excuse me, for everything in between. So yes, I do believe that you probably bump off more fish using braid. So that's the emails out the way. Let's get this top tip going, and I'll see what you think of that. Right back. Right then, so the top tip. About 6 months ago, Mike got in touch with us from UK Hooks. Said that he'd been working on a new idea in regards to a reel sight. I says, oh, that sounds promising. Explained what it looked like in detail and said that he emails a picture. As soon as I got the picture, will I respond and give me thoughts? I got the picture through, I fell in love with it from minute one. Absolutely fantastic idea, loved it to bits. He says, I'll send you one through the post. The only one I've got at the moment is a 22mm one. It's no problem, I'll find some sort of rod to fit it on and we'll go from there. Thanks a lot. Kept his word. A couple of days later, boom, through the post, and I received the 22mm UK Hooks reel sight. And I put it under a Ziplex Bass Light immediately, slapped a fixed spool onto it, and the rest is history. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, here it is here. This is the 27mm version. Just zoom in and have a good butchers at that. I'll turn it around closely. Now these has been on the market now for a month or so, maybe a little bit longer. They're retailing for $19.99 plus VAT. They are made of a very strong, extremely light aluminium. They are CNC machined and currently come in the red colour only at the moment, but I know he's got plans to bring them in the UK Hooks colours, which I think is gold, black, lovely blue, lovely royal blue, excuse me. I think he's got a silver. Don't quote us on that, but I'm sure he's got a silver. Anyway, you get that part of it, and then you get a matching coaster. There it is. I'm sure you've all seen a coaster before, and that's that. Anyway, so I was speaking to him. He said that they were mainly designed around multipliers. Fair comment. I tried a Saltiga, a Saltus 20, both with braid and mono. Absolutely no problems at all. Tried it on a T1000, no problem whatsoever. Tried it on the bass rod, no problems whatsoever. I've actually got a bass rod now with a Spinfisher 7500 LC, extremely common reel. I'm sure there's a nation of people up and down the country using these at the moment. They're a really good reel, as we all know. Anyway, I've put it on there so you can actually see, for those that's never seen these before, you can actually see how it connects to the rod. Now this is one of the very first prototypes here. This is the 22mm version, hence why it hasn't got the UK Hooks down the back spine of it there. If I turn it that way just so you can see how 1 foot of the rail slides underneath there. It's actually CNC machined so to receive the foot of the rail, and then your coaster goes over the other side. I've tried this in damp conditions. I've tried it in wet conditions. I even got it in the yard and sprayed soapy water on it, on a Japanese string tube that's sitting on, to see if it would slip. Never went anywhere. Absolutely stayed in position. Brilliant. Another thing I like about it is that if you ever do buy one, you can get your hand right over. So you've got a palm size multiplier there. You can get your hand right over the top of the rail. So for people that's got small hands, that will definitely come into its own with you. So like I say, they're coming in red at the moment. The retailer for $19.99 plus your VAT, and they are absolutely fantastic to say the least. On the next video that we do, a casting video, I'll make a bit of a fuss about this and I'll show you how they perform, both on the bottom of a TRC and a Century T1000, because I'll have it on both of them. Here we've got I'll just show you that is a Ziplex TRC, Terry Raymond Carroll, a Ziplex memorial rod for Terry Carroll, God rest his soul. Now, I'll just try to get on there so I can show you briefly how this works. Now, you'll get your rail seat, you simply slide that over like so. You would then pop over your coaster, that goes like that, and if I just hold that there, you're basically ready to rock and roll. And that's it. The good thing about this, if need be, you can slide that up and down the rod. You can have it, some people prefer it at the bottom, some people like it halfway up, some people like it even further than that. Each to their own, everybody's different, and they like the way they have their rail seat. So that's another good thing. It is extremely easy movable up and down the road anywhere you want. So absolutely fantastic, Mike. I'll give you a big 10 out of 10 for that one. Love it a bit. I got one tiny piece of criticism from one guy about the price. You see $19.99 plus your VAT and getting at the door, this, that and the other. I hear what you're saying, but think about it right off for a minute. You can go out there and you can spend £400 to £500 on a good quality rod. We've all done it. God knows how many times I've done it. Our last gun's light with me. And then you go out, there you go, there's a Saltiga 30, £450, £500 rail. You can go out and you can buy some expensive Shimano fixed spools. What's the vital part between the two? So why not go out and spend on some decent quality rail seats? That's the way I look at it. And you won't be mistaken up with that one. You will not be disappointed at all. When they sent me through them, I think on every single one of my rods now, I'll try my best to have a UK Hooks rail seat on them. Absolutely fantastic. At the moment, they can only be purchased at one place, and that's at Mike down there at UK Hooks. I'm not sure if there's other people ever going to stock these. I very much doubt it, because it's Mike's idea. But that's where you can get them from if you want them. Get in touch with Mike there, and I'm sure we'll get one popped in the post as soon as possible. Anyway, that's the end of the top tip. Let's stop blabbering on a bit, and we'll get cracking on and mag this Penn Fathom 15. Right then, so here we are. Let's get this magged. Here we've got, obviously, a brand spanking new Penn Fathom 15. Santa Claus was good for us. So here we go. What we're going to do is, first of all, we'll pop off that brand spanking new tag that they all come with. Get rid of that. One of the side plates, you'll notice that we've got 1, 2, 3 flathead screws. So we're going to pop the screwdriver in there. And remove the 3 screws. Pop a tape out down on the table. If you're ever going to have a go at this, just so things aren't slipping and sliding all over the place. And get yourself a little piece of plastic or a little tube, something just to put your little parts on for the time being. Quickly hit on the bits and bobs that you'll need to do the job. Flathead screwdriver, posi screwdriver. In this case we're using a 10mm spanner, pair of pliers. We may use this ratchet, which has also got a 10mm long reach socket on it. Doesn't have to be long reach, I just prefer to give us that little bit kick off, that's all. And that there is a Allen key screw, if you like, just to get the, you'll see what there is on the mag side of it in a moment. That's that. Anyway, this here, for those that's never seen them, is a mag conversion kit. It's got the Union Jack on, very pretty. Let's quickly go zoom in on that one. There it is there. Now, this particular kit can be purchased. A good old friend of mine, you might have heard us mention his name once or twice, And it's Andy Rutherford down there at Roker Avenue. Rutherford's Angling down there at Roker Avenue in Sunderland. And he sells these for around about 19 quid, 20 quid, something like that. You will not be disappointed. They are quality. I really are. He does mail order, so don't worry about it because he's in Sunderland. Get on the internet, you'll find him on there. Get in touch with him. If you don't know how to get in touch with him, get in touch with me and I'll certainly put you in touch with Andy. And I know for a fact you'll get one of these popped in the post and get it sent out to you. The kit comes complete with, if I'll just pop off the top bit. There's your little thumb screw. Then you'll have a spring. Then there you've got your main 8mm threaded bar with a magnet on the end. And here we've got a brass, well, that's a stainless collar with a brass ferrule, if you like. And that little nut on the end of there is exactly 10mm wide, hence why we're using a 10mm spanner. That's that. Anyway, go back to the rail and we'll start off with stripping it, and then we'll show you how to go on about fitting this mag. There's no rocket science in this at all. It is pretty straightforward. But if you're not sure about it and you're not too certain about DIY, maybe get somebody else to do it. You can use a drill, alright. Sorry, I should mention you need a drill and a vise. If you can, you're pretty competent and all that, and you'll be able to manage this, no problem. Anyway, so we've popped off the 3 screws for your side plate. Your side plate then can be removed. There it is there. That is the centrifugal braking system that you've got there. You will not need it, obviously, because you're putting a mag in. You zoom right into there, you can see that it has got 3 screws. 1, 2, 3. You're going to remove them. There's that done there. Now we'll just pop that out there and just, as you can see, just pop that off. There you go. Be careful when you get it off because there's your bearing and all that just sitting behind it. Anyway, you can leave that there. You're now finished with that rail for the time being. There is your centrifugal braking system. Just put that in your little tray there. That's that. Anyway, right, now we're going to talk about the side plate. Here it is there. This is where the main work's going to happen. As you can see, you've got a round cage there and you've got some other little bits and bobs. These all need to be removed. So first of all, there is 2 screws on this round plate, if you like. 1, 2. We're going to remove them right now. Just trying to get it so you can see it with the camera. There's 1. There's 2. Right, that will now just click out. There it is there. Again, put that to one side. You know there. Get yourself a nice little drawing pin, just a standard drawing pin, that's all that is. Because on this part here, turn it that way so you can get to see it. Just there, there's a little clip just on the end of there. The best thing to do is just get a pin and you'll be able to lever that out. Like this. There it goes there. And as you can see, as soon as I've released that clip, that clip there, if you can see it there, it's absolutely tiny, that little clip, so try not to lose it. Put that there, and as you can see, that's all fell out. This is just your ratchet system, that's all it is. There it is there, there, and there. Again, put them in your little tray. You're now left with this little copper-like device, part of your ratchet system, held in with 1 self-tapping posi screw, which is there. I'll just start that away. There we go. Pop that out of there. You can see, very easy to do. And that's where you are now, so you're there. Now, if you zoom into that one, you may have noticed that I've already drilled this one, as you can see there. And I'll talk you through why I've done that in a bit. That is the key. Whenever I mag a Pen Fathom, that is the key. You need to sit back, open your vise as best you can, open your vise up, pop it in, and get, I mean, I'll tell you the way I done it. I started off and worked my way through all the drill bits. I went right the way down from a 5mm right the way up to 8mm. Them colours there are 8mm there. So that's where you want to go. 8mm is the biggest. If you were to go onto that side plate there, as you can imagine, there's already an oval shaped hole there. If you were to go straight on with the drill bit, you would just chew it up to pieces and you'd be back on the phone to penciling, and you place in as a new side plate through the post, because I've just dropped a bit of a clanger. So take your time, that is paramount. Absolutely take your time and get that 8mm hole right. Well, another thing, when you're doing the 8mm hole, get it to the inside. You need to keep it from away. The reason being, if you keep it to the outside of it, the chances are you will catch the rim of the spool when you attach the mag onto it. So please, while you're doing this, make sure you get that 8mm hole as far in as you can. As you can see, I've getting it there, and it'll work an absolute treat. Right, so once you've done that and you've gotten your 8mm hole in, we're going to go and talk about the mag. Now, I'll get a hold of it just like that, and then we'll explain something first. Right, so here is the collar for the mag. So if you can imagine, I'll quickly put this together. There we go. Right, so that's where you are there. I've left the spring out. That's where you are there. So what you can do is you just simply remove your bar with the magnet on the end, and then remove the stainless collar from the brass, like so. You don't need that for the moment. And there you have your brass collar. Now the best thing to do now is, if I'll quickly put that back now. I shouldn't have took it out, because I need to explain this to you. When you've got your bar in like so, if you can just see, the end of the magnet is buttoned up against your brass plate, that 10mm brass nut, if you like, whatever you want to call it. It's buttoned up there. Ideally what you need is where that can disappear back into that brass ferrule 2 to 3mm, just to give you that little bit more clearance when the rails put back together. Now what I've done is that one there is just a spare, and like I say, if I can get the gaffer there to zoom in, you can see that's butted up there. You got that? Now I'll take it out of there so you can see what I mean. And there's the one that we're actually going to use on the rail. Now if you look at that one, if you watch, see what I'm saying? So I'll put that in. So normally you'd be there, it would be butted up there, as you can see. But watch, you just turn it and turn it and turn it. Now can you see it disappearing inside of it? And believe it or not, that 2 to 3mm will make all the difference, just giving you a little bit more clearance if need be. That's that. And I'll tell you how I've done it. Again, you'll need a good old little vice there. I've got this little vice here for $19.99 out of Wilkinson's. It's absolutely amazing. It's like a transformer. I call it Optimus Prime. Get hold of it, you can twist it around there, you can put it at any angle you want. Very, very portable. I've just nearly smashed the table. Very portable, you can put it all over the place. 19 quid well spent, Wilkinson's. Anyway, so what you do is, you get your brass ferrule, pop it in the vice, and you want to start drilling it out to 8mm. Just using your metal drill bits. So you end up, if you can just see a zoom in onto that, and you can see the difference. Now we'll go there. This one is drilled, that one isn't. Putting that to one side. Now we'll talk about the stainless steel collar, if you like. When you've got the mag on the side of the side plate, I like it tucked away as tight as I can possibly get it. I'm not a big fan if it's sticking out like that, because I just think it gets in the way. You can catch your hand on it, you can catch this, that and the other one. So the further I can get it so it's not sticking out, the better for me. That's my personal preference. One way you can achieve that is this collar that you get. All I've done here with that is that there is the standard size of the stainless collar that you will get with the kit. All I've done there is put that into a vise and I cut it in half with the with the hacksaw. That's all I did, just cut that in half. So you can actually, all you'll achieve by there is just manage to get that mag that little bit tighter tucked into the side plate of your Pen Fathom 15. Anyway, we'll start some assembly. So here we've got the side plate of your Pen Fathom 15. Here is the brass collar that we've just drilled. You want to put that so the nut part is in the inside, like so. There we have it. You can just start to see that. That's coming in just lovely. That's as close as I can get with my fingers. Get a little 10mm spanner. And we're just going to nip it up as best we can. As you can see, that's just getting close there now. That's lovely, that's absolutely great. Going nowhere. So you've got that there. That's what you look at the other side. And what you can do now is get your, we'll use the full size ferrule for tonight, the full size stainless ferrule. There it is there. And we're going to simply pop that over there like is and screw that on like that. And just go finger tight. That's all you need to do. That's where you are now. There's no rocket science in this at all. As long as you get that 8mm hole right, what I've just been telling you about, the rest will all click into place, in my opinion, as I'm showing you now. Anyway, so there you go. You've got your little brass ferrule, your stainless steel ferrule on there. Going on to the other side, get your magnet and your bar, and you want to start feeding that through. Oh, sorry, I forgot the spring. There we go. Find the thread. As you can see, that's coming together absolutely lovely, just like that. You've got your spring on, your magnets come in, as you can see, it's come through to the other side. Now you've got your thumb part, that simply screws onto there, nip her up to there, and that's where you are up to now. Now what we'll do is we'll try a little dry run, because when you're putting a mag onto the side of a rail, you'll never get it right first time. You pour it on, it might catch the spool a bit, you might need to back it off a bit and add a little bit and this, that and the other and work it out. And that's what we're going to do now. So we'll pop that onto there. There's the side plate going back on. It's a little bit fidgety, this bit. Feels about right. I think I need to back that off a little bit more. Yeah, right. So what I've done is, it actually just needs to be backed off that a little bit more. It's just catching the spool. I can just hear it catching the spool. Get that lined up. There you go. Look at that. Not catching at all. Not at all. Right. So what we'll do is we'll get just one screw, pop it into the bottom, nip that up, and there we'll have it there, as you can see. And we're now going to set the rail up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the thumb screw as close to the stainless steel collar as possible, like not as possible. You want it a couple of mil off, so you've got something to play with. Get the grub screw and tighten it in just a little bit, just so it's got a grip. That's all you want. As you can see, that's run absolutely spot on. Let's apply the magnet a little bit. Now you can see I'm touching the spool. I can't move that at all. Hear it? Too much. Off a little bit. Off a bit more. Bit more. There you have it. That's it. You're done. Simple as that. All I would do then is just release that grub screw off there, move that, release the grub screw off there a little bit more, I'll show you. That's it, take that off to there, like so. We'll turn that right the way in, so I now can't apply the maggot to the extent where it's going to catch the spool and damage the spool or scratch it, whatever. That's it, you're done. There you go, one magged Penn Fathom 15. Simple as that, you're done. So that's the end of another Sandman's Tackle Time. Just before I go, I'd like to wish yous all, well, Christmas is gone, but I hope yous all had a fantastic day. I hope Santa looked after yous big style and yous all got what yous wanted. I hope yous all have an even better new year, and I hope that the year 2016 fetches you some nice big cod. That'll be a good one for yous all. So from me and the team at Sandman's Tackle Time, you take care out there. Merry Christmas and all the best for 2016. Bye bye now.